Well, hello, guys. Good to see you. Look what I have here. My cast came off today, and I'm wearing a brace now for I don't know how long, but I'm really glad the cast is off. So, making progress. Okay, we are going to do some card making today, and I will be able to use my left hand a little bit, but it won't be like a one-handed crafting video like what I've done the last couple weeks, because honestly I can do a little bit. So today we are going to make a card commemorating or celebrating the USA's 250th Independence Day celebration. So 250 years on July 4th, and so I thought I'd make a card that would go along with that. So I have my card base, and I have a card panel, and I'm going to get out my stamp wheel and take off the top, and we will put the card base down. Now, I still can't use this hand much, but I'll be able to do light things, so. Okay. I am going to use my teeth and what have you. I don't want that to get crooked. Okay, so let's get started with this. I'm taking some washing tape, and we're going to pull this down and make a border with it. Hang on. I brought my scissors over because I thought it might be a little easier to maneuver things with that. Okay, and separate the tapes. Okay, now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to block off a section like this. Now this is, I believe, what they call retiform design, and so I have 1, 2, 3 blocked off, and because our national colors are red, white, and blue, I am going to take some blue ink and some, I better make sure that you can see me. There we go. So blue ink and some red ink, and we will get it out and we'll do some ink blending. Now, I know my left hand can do a little, but oh phooey. I thought I could get this. Well, while we're working on that, this Sapphire color that we're going to be using is in the Glacier Caves Fresh Dye ink set. So we'll get that out, and I think I'll just stick. Now, one thing I'm going to do is to make it a little easier to separate the lid. I'm going to take my little pokey tool and stick it in there, and then, oh my goodness, look at that. Okay. That way it will keep the ink from sliding around. Have a blue blending brush. Okay. Before we get started, I'm going to show you, oh phooey, where is it? Okay. I have these chipboard stencils and shapes, and I took out a star shape, and I've done this card already, so we are going to do a reverse stencil. Okay, but first of all, I believe we need to get, and my washi tape just walked off, and where did it go? What did I do with that? Hang on. Okay, for some reason my green washi tape just, oh, I see it. But now that we have this, we're just going to use this. I'm going to make a little roll of washi tape to keep that star in place. And I think I'll cut that like this. And we'll put that behind the star as best we can. And I'm just going to do it like this because our U.S. flag, for if there's anybody here that is not from the U.S., it's red, white, and blue. And the upper left-hand corner of the flag has a navy background with white stars. So we are going to attempt this. Now, unfortunately, I am not the best at ink blending, so this is going to be kind of a rough-looking ink blend, and I'm not going to be too concerned about this because I'm going to just do the best I can. Okay, now I'm going to get around the star, and I'm going to just pounce the ink so that I can get a reverse stencil effect with the star. Oop. Okay. Let's see if I can kind of smooth it out a little bit. Like I said, I am not the best at ink blending. I really am trying to do better, but I think it might be a combination of I don't really maybe have the best blending brushes, because that's a good start, and then the right paper. This is good cardstock here, but it's maybe not as good as we would like. Okay, now I'm not going to snap that shut yet because I might need it later. Okay, now we're going to use Heartbeat in the Tea Party Fresh Dye ink set from Altenew. And let me get that out. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to use my, whoop, that would help if I got the right end. We're gonna poke this here. And now we have the red blending brush. We'll make that go down. All right, I think I'll do the red on this portion. I don't know why they call it retiform, but I've seen enough videos with someone doing a retiform technique that's how I learned about it. And so we're just going with this. Now, the day I'm filming this is Friday. Let's see, June 26th. And tomorrow, my daughter and her husband are celebrating 6 years of their marriage, so we're excited about that for them. And then next week, of course, is Independence Day on July 4th. And so there's going to be activities locally. We're going to possibly go to a friend's house the day before and have some fun activities at their house. Go to the fireworks on, I think it's Friday night, the day before. So do some fun things to celebrate our independence. It's a big deal. I remember when the 200th one was 50 years ago. I was a kid, but I do remember it pretty well. Or aspects of it. You know, my hometown had a parade and that kind of stuff. So, okay, I think we'll go with that. Again, I'm not going to do anything with that just yet. Okay, now I have to decide if I'm going to leave this all white. I could try that and see. Now, we have to peel back the washi tape. The key is to lift it up and roll it back on itself and pull slowly. Because if you do it too fast, it could rip the paper or it could tear a little piece off. So we're going to do this nice and slowly and see what we have. And I'm doing this section first because I put the tape on last. So we have a nice crisp edge, and that's the goal. Okay, now we'll do this one. And we'll roll it back and peel it off carefully. You can already see the... Oh, look at that. The paper's already ripping. Oh, shoot. I was so careful. Okay, let's try it this way now. And I'm going to hold this with my elbow a little bit because I'm still supposed to be careful. It's still ripping a little bit, but maybe it won't be noticed. I know I've mentioned this in a previous video, but Kurt's grandma used to say about things that, really didn't matter so much. She'd say, "It'll never be noticed on a galloping horse." I thought that was kind of fun. Okay. Whoop. Just a little bit of a tear. That's a bummer, but you get the idea. So now we have this nice little area that we have, the red, white, and blue. And let's take off the star. Oof. Oh, the tape needs to come too. Oh, that's cool, isn't it? So that's just a representative of the stars on our flag. Okay, now let's take this off the stamp wheel. We're going to set this aside. I'll have to get that cleaned up after a while. Now I'm going to take my Misty because we are not done with stamping. I'm going to get my area a little more organized here. So let's get the Misty open. I'm going to put my card panel in here. I want to make sure you can see it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and then I will put the magnet on. Now, I have to show you the stamp set. This is from Altenew, and it's called the Evergreen Beauty Outline Stamp Set. And for those Altenew customers who purchased a certain number of dollars or more on Altenew's website, they sent each of us, including me, this free stamp set. And they also included a little Create a Buy stamp. And unfortunately, Deanna's my full name, and I use that when I do business or medical things or whatever. I don't go by my nickname D. So unfortunately, they sent it in Deanne Johnson instead of D Johnson. But oh well, it's still a cool stamp set, and so we are going to use the Celebrate, because 250 years as we're celebrating. Now, I have to decide if I want to have this be here or if I want to have it be here. I think I want it here. In fact, if I do it here, it'll be kind of centered a little. And let me close the lid up. And we will... Yeah, okay, now we're back to the inks. Which ink do I want to use? Do I want to use the navy or the red? I think we will use the red, the heartbeat color. So let's get that inked up. And we will stamp it. Now remember, this is a more delicate word stamp, so just gentle presses. And because we have it in the Misty, it can be stamped again. It looks pretty good though. Okay, awesome. So let's take this out. And I will clean up the Celebrate later because I don't have my cloth ready. Now let's get the card base out. And before I do anything else, I want to stamp my Handcrafted with Love by stamp on the back of the card base. You know, that's what I like to do. Just get it centered. And then I will sign my name before I send the card. Actually, I think this card will go to some friends, and they'll have a nice little celebratory card for Independence Day. Okay, so let's get this glue on here. I'm so glad I've have my cast off, and I've been cleared to do light, light touches, light activity. I can't do anything heavy, of course, and the doctor was joking around, and he said, no dishes, and I said, that's not a problem. My husband's been doing them for 6 weeks, so he said he'll be doing them some more. So let's get this on here and get it centered as best I can. There, just a tiny bit more there. All right, pardon me while I close my glue bottle. I like this. Now, I think what I will probably do off camera is I will find some sequins that match and just put some, actually, let me do it right now. I'll just hang on a minute. Okay, I got my sequins out, and so, in my little picker tool, so let's just put on a few. I could do 3, couldn't I, in a row, and I'll just get the dots of glue. I want to put those on first, and then I will take my picker and I'll do a red. And I'll do a blue. Now, if you hear talking, it's my sisters-in-law down there. They're visiting. Okay. What do you think, guys? Is it cool? I love it. Okay, now I'm going to pause the video and turn the camera around, and we'll wrap it up. Okay, I think I'm back on. Okay, guys, thanks so much for joining me. I hope you have a great, if you're from the U.S., I hope you have a great Independence Day celebration, and I hope you like this card. And if you did, give it a thumbs up, and like the video, comment if you would. We'll get a little conversation going if you don't mind, and share and subscribe, all those things. And I'm a little shiny because it's a little warm in the craft room. Okay, take care, guys. Bye.